that.
Thank you, everyone. I know that might have been a little weird for some of you. It was weird for me, but it was also exciting. I felt really present. My heart started beating a little quicker. I started thinking a little sharper. How are you feeling?
Same. I saw a hand over here as if she thought maybe I was messing up or that maybe we had forgotten what was going on. But no, we know what was going on.
I like the moment right at the beginning when people just kind of started laughing because we hadn't started talking yet.
Yeah.
Like we had all collectively missed at the same time.
Yeah. Well, whether you realized it or not, whether you intended to or not, we all just made a connection.
In that moment, a story was born, and we allowed ourselves the opportunity to become a community. Many of us made eye contact, but all of us shared the experience of being in that moment and being present. By sharing that, we saw each other, not as four speakers and a faceless crowd, but as people, real live people about to experience the story of a TEDx talk. And by sharing that story together, we've already started to become a community.
That moment that we just shared, that connection, that created potential energy. Now that anticipation that we all feel when we're standing on the edge of the unknown, looking into the abyss, that really gets our synapses firing. It's exciting. And our brains are more alert and receptive at times of excitement. So really, that connection that you just created with us acts like a turbocharger for our brains. Meanwhile, the connection that we shared reaffirms the trust that we have in each other and reminds us that we can try anything.
And that is why we start our shows roughly the same way that we just started this talk. We look at the audience, we share a moment with the audience, we share a moment with ourselves. We do this because human connection is the way to create the most conducive environment for a meaningful theater experience.
After we make that connection with our audience, we then improvise a one-act play, which means that we start off with nothing other than a single word given to us by an audience member to inspire us. The story then unfolds one moment at a time, and it reveals itself to the audience and the performers alike. Therefore, the story doesn't belong just to the performers or just to the audience, but it belongs to everybody in the room. And because everyone in the room is sharing that story, everyone in the room is now part of a community.
We were able to improvise that shared story through the acceptance of what we call offers. An offer is anything that helps us build the world of our story. Anything and everything can be an offer. And every offer creates the inspiration for more ideas, more offers. So it's our job to train our brains to be as alert and receptive to everything that's going on at any given moment. Perhaps an improvised example will help.
I just saw that you turned towards me very slowly.
The first offer I notice is the way your feet are almost close together, and you moved them slightly apart as you stepped.
You know, you just made a hand gesture as if to indicate that there was something I should look at that was this big.
You're standing very straight as if you're in sort of an official place. You don't want to look like you're slouching at all.
And you just approached me with one step forward, maybe another step forward as if to create some sort of status with me.
I'm not trying to play games with you, if that's what you're implying.
No, I feel like you are.
Hey, this is your place. That's fine.
This is my place.
I understand that.
I don't think you do understand.
I'm not trying to tell you how to run your place of business. I'm just coming in here getting done what I need to do.
Fine.
Great.
That little interaction that we just saw was born out of nothing. They just looked at each other and saw little details in the way they were standing, the way they were acting, and they made them meaningful. And through that process, we start to see characters created, we start to see locations and status and relationship and hierarchy, all from simple observations and acceptance.
By observing the offers that we give to one another and responding honestly to them, we build a world of a story one moment at a time. None of us is trying to think of the correct response because literally every response is the correct response. We don't try and drive the story in a specific direction, we just let it get there on its own. Offers allow for little moments, little connections to pile up.
And that pile of moments becomes a story. Adhering to this method of collaboration, the story slowly and organically reveals itself. Now, here's the thing. Human beings know when something is happening. We can't help but observe. We are meaning-making machines. We put meaning to everything. When we improvise, we let go of the idea that we have to have control over the situation or that we have to do something or say something.
We drop all expectations and judgment. We stop asking what's going to happen, and instead we're fully present in the moment. By being as present as possible and resisting the urge to judge and analyze what's going on, we are able to forge immediate, indestructible human connection, a shared story.
And that connection allows us to create engaging, powerful performances. As Muh Grog Zoo, we use improvisational theater as a means to create an environment where human connections can thrive. And doing so has changed forever the way we understand relationships, communication, and connectivity with the world. Before I used to improvise with Muh Grog Zoo, I used to feel so much more anxiety, doubt, and boredom in my life than I do now. I would find myself second-guessing and overanalyzing everything in my life, so much so that I would barely be present.
When approaching a situation, I'd run it through my head over and over. I'd come up with best and worst case scenarios for every situation that I was facing and determine my responses for all of them.
Doing this, I'd create all these expectations about how I wanted things to play out. And those expectations opened the door to disappointments. Now, by just being present in the moment, you get the opportunity to experience it. But I was so caught up in my head that I couldn't just pay attention to what was right in front of me.
Yeah, I think everybody feels that way sometimes. It's things like expectation and overthinking and judgment. These are all what we call filters that are getting in the way and distancing us from the moments that are in front of us. I think the art that we do displays that by letting go of those offers, deeper human connection will occur.
And that connection is the foundation of meaning. When I'd gotten to a point when I read so many vastly dissimilar explanations of the world from science and religion and philosophy that I just lost my faith in anything having any real meaning. And it's a very bleak headspace to be in. And when I was thinking like that, I found myself hungry for meaning, more hungry for it the more I failed to find it. When we perform together, we start with nothing. Nothing means anything. And we find meaning moment by moment by agreeing on things together, by connecting over things. The same is true in life. The things that matter are the things that we make matter. Meaning cannot be sold to us. It cannot be forced on us because it's something that we agree on together. You can trust the things that you create with the people that you trust.
Our life experiences are just stories that we share. There's the story of your first date, the story of that flat tire, the epic of TEDxTacoma. They're all just ways of seeing the world. And so when we start to see the world and our life as stories, we can start to see the moments that make up those stories as offers.
By observing these offers, responding honestly to them, we build a story. We all do the same thing when building the stories of our lives. We're constantly presented with offers and have the opportunity to accept them or to reject them. When we reject an offer, we close ourselves off from the story of our lives, and we close ourselves off from the people around us. But when we accept an offer, we connect with the story, we enrich the world of our story of our lives, and we connect with the source of that offer.
And this is basic human nature. It's one of the easiest things to do, but in today's technological world, it can feel as if it's becoming more and more difficult. As digital connectivity becomes a larger part of our lives, which is awesome, it is so awesome, do not get us wrong. It really is great. It is increasingly important that we also reinvest in the art of human face-to-face connection. Amen. We are limiting ourselves by assuming that the connections that we're making digitally are enough. The art of face-to-face human connection, which provides so many offers that you cannot get digitally, takes practice.
Muh Grog Zoo practices that type of connection through improvised theater, but anyone can practice it by inviting yourself to be as present as possible in every moment of your life. Enjoy that moment for all it's worth and share your enjoyment with the people around you. And then, looking back on your life, you'll see a pile, a mountain of moments, and those moments make up your story.
And now, with the remaining time that we have, we're going to do the beginning of an improvised one-act play, because we got to back up what we just said. So, thank you for your time, everybody. We are Muh Grog Zoo, and I need a word. Purple.
It's a good word.
Okay, yeah. I feel like I've gotten maybe fatter.
Oh, you have.
No, I was just saying that you don't have to tell me.
Hmm.
I guess that's as far as that conversation goes. How much fatter do you think I've gotten? How much fatter do you think I've gotten?
Do you want me to answer?
You've already opened the floodgates. Yes, you think I'm fat, so how fat have I gotten?
You are fat enough that you can't wear red or yellow or purple anymore. You can still wear green, blue, black, gray, white. You can get away with orange some of the time, but those bold colors are out. You look like a weather balloon.
You're being serious.
I'm being very serious. Because we have a very long-standing professional relationship. I trust you, and I think that you trust me. You certainly trust my work. You keep coming back.
I do? What am I going to do when you're not around? How am I going to make these decisions?
Stripes. Vertical, obviously, vertical stripes.
Oh, okay.
They will create a longer, sort of leaner image, sort of distract the eye from this curvature.
Oh, you think I've gotten fat here? I was talking about my arms. I was thinking my arms were fat. You think this is a lot worse than I thought.
Yeah.
No, I can't be fat. I can't be fat. I don't want to be fat.
Here are the bolts of bold fabric. Oh, no.
Jeremy, we're having a hard time today.
Again.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be back.
No. Jeremy, do you think you could bring in the boombox and the George Michael CDs? This man needs to be picked up. Mr. Bradshaw.
What?
Please stand up. Do not despair. It pains me so. Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah. See, it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I'm okay. Everything is okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Okay. So you're fat.
I'm
But
fat.
life isn't over. Okay?
Okay.
There's all sorts of great things still ahead of you.
Okay, I need to know because I need to have some inspiration for my life
Okay.
because I really didn't think I was as fat as you said.
Okay.
What's something I can look forward to? I don't know. I really want to go water skiing. I've never been water skiing before. Is that something you've been?
No.
Oh, you never been?
No, never.
Oh.
Do you want to go, though?
No, that's what I'm saying. I do want to go. What
I
is
know a
something that
guy
is-
who has a boat.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll give him a call.
Will you call him right now?
I'll call him right now. Right now?
Like right now.
Right? Okay. Okay. You just dance a little bit. Cheer yourself up.
Yeah. Pick me up.
Helps, right? I do this instead of crying. Just let it out. In a way that isn't crying. This is his best album, clearly.
That's our time, everybody. Thank you.